Hello everyone, welcome to the CTV News on Calabash TV and on the Wave Radio 94.5. I am Lisa Joseph. The island's Minister for National Security and Home Affairs has spoken boldly on reports of threats made against his life. Minister Corbinere says he has been silent on the matter for specific reasons and will, at the appropriate time, address the issue.
Sometimes it takes a little while to deal with an issue, and sometimes I know you all don't quite always understand my style, but the Commissioner of Police is reputed to have made a statement in which he dismissed that allegation. Of course, I hope that you will go on the record to ascertain whether or not that is in fact his statement or not, or whether or not he has made this statement. I think that needs to be first clarified. But at some point, this issue will be addressed at some point. It's not the correct time to do so, and you probably have to be a little patient with me on this.
Speculation has been rife that the threat may be connected to the government-commissioned impacts investigation into the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. There were news reports that police officers were involved in the threat against the minister. However, the hierarchy of the police force dismissed those reports. Minister Corbinere, for his part, is defiant in his approach to the matter, saying that he is not afraid of death and that he will not be intimidated. Some 2 weeks ago, reports surfaced that the minister had been assigned 24-hour security in light of the death threats.
There's nothing unusual about that. From time to time, I might be advised that there's need because of circumstances to heighten my security, and at other times my security is lowered. I have always said to you as well that this is one minister who is not afraid to go anywhere in St. Lucia and to do the job that he has been put in office to do. I will not be, and I mean I've made that clear before, I'm making it clear again. I have a job to do. I will not be intimidated in doing that job by anybody, ever. You see, I have no fear of death. Death is an inevitable. I mean, we live today, we die tomorrow. So I will not be intimidated. I have a job to do, and I will continue to do it.
Meantime, the nation will have to wait another week or two for a status report on the forensic lab. Minister Corbinere had indicated that a statement would be forthcoming from the ministry on allegations of tampering and security breaches at that facility. The minister has informed that a comprehensive audit of the lab had been commissioned, and the results of which remains pending.
That was predicated on the fact that we were doing a review, and we anticipated that the report of the review would have been in. We got one aspect of the report, and I will explain a little. We also undertook what I would call a security element to the audit. So the forensic lab side we got, but the security audit side has not been handed in. And this is why there has been some delay in actually coming on the record to you to explain the situation. But I anticipate, up to this morning, I called Barbados to get an update, and they have assured me that they would try their best to get it to me within another day or so. So I would imagine I would be in a position then to speak.
The Home Affairs Minister assured that under his watch, wrongdoing will not be tolerated at law enforcement agencies. Transgressors, he said, would face the long arm of the law.
We have seen over the last, I would say, month or so, a number of reported incidents in relation to prosecution of police officers and investigations that are being undertaken. You will notice that in some instances we are dealing with officers who are at the level of corporals and sergeants. I am not going to make a comment on those matters because evidently I do not wish to prejudice those matters. But I would say that I think it's important that the media takes a note of this, because you see, we can only fight corruption if we start to fight corruption throughout any institution from the top to the bottom. It cannot be selective. It cannot be any particular individual that we pull out of a hat. It has to go right through those institutions. And I've always said that the police force is a proud police force, a good police force, but there are a few corrupt individuals. And if you've left corruption over the years without tackling it, it's going to go right to the top. And what obviously we're going to have to be mindful of is that we cannot afford to tolerate corruption at any level in our institutions. I'm not making a judgment call on any of these cases, so I'm not making a further judgment call, but I'm saying we have to fight corruption at every single level in our institutions.
3 police officers are currently before the courts charged with stealing by employee, as investigations have reportedly opened at the Vieux police station into missing monies as well. And an investigation is also ongoing at the ancillary police station regarding missing weapons.